This video is about chain rule of derivative. If y equals g of u, where u equals f of x, then dy by dx equals dy over du times du over dx. We call this is a chain rule of derivative, very, very important. So for A, we need to find the gradient function dy by dx. We already learned the power rule. That is nx to the n minus 1. So how to use the chain rule to do this derivative? First of all, check what's this function. You will see, yeah, that's a quadratic function. You have to do the derivative for quadratic function first. It's just for this x, it will be 2x plus 5. That's the difference. After you do the derivative of a quadratic function, then what's inside this parentheses? We know that's linear function. Then do the derivative of this linear function. In other words, first of all, I count this function as a quadratic function. So go this 2 going down. I have 2. Then 2x plus 5. Make sure 2 minus 1, that's the first power. Then times what's inside 2x plus 5. What's the derivative for 2x plus 5? You will get the 2. Then you will get the 4 times 2x plus 5. Distributive property, that's 8x plus 20. That's it. Now let's go to B. We got this one to the third power. So we know that first of all, you count this is a cubic function. After you did the derivative of cubic function, then do inside. So drop this 3 down. You will get the 3 times. Inside, everything don't change. Then 3 minus 1, that's a square times. Then do the derivative for this polynomial. You will get the negative 4x, because 2 drop down, multiply, plus 5, parentheses. That's it. Our goal for today is how to use the chain rule to figure out the derivative. You don't have to simplify. Now let's go to this C. Still, you need to change it into the power form. 5x minus 4 to the negative second power. First of all, you got to use the power rule to work this out. Then do inside. So we have 6 times negative 2. 5x minus 4 to the negative third power, because this is minus 1, times. What's derivative inside? It will be 5. Simplify. You will get this is negative 12 times 5, negative 60. 5x minus 4 to the third power. Now let's go to D. We need a power form first. X third power minus x squared. You do 1/3 power. You got to use the power rule to work this out first. Then do the derivative of inside. So I have 1/3 x third power minus x squared. 1/3 minus 1. Then times the derivative inside, it will be 3x squared minus 2x. For 1/3 minus 1, you will get negative 2 over 3. Therefore, 1/3 times 1 over cubic root of x third power minus x squared, then square. Because that will be negative 2 over 3. Then times, I will put this to the top, 3x squared minus 2x. Now simplify, you will get 3 cubic root of x third power minus x squared squared. Then 3x squared minus 2x. That's it. Don't try to reduce this 3 and 3 because for the rational function, only the factor you can reduce. Now let's go to E. I will do 2 times 2 minus x squared. I do negative 1/2 power. So you will get the 2 times. Drop down. We do the derivative for this function, the power rule. Negative 1/2. 2 minus x squared. Then we do negative 1/2 minus 1. That's negative 3 over 2. Then times derivative inside. 2 is gone, so you will get the negative 2x. Then try to simplify. Negative negative will be a positive. So top is 2x. Then we get the square root, 2 minus x squared third power. Since this number is 2, you have to take 1 outside. So 2 minus x squared. Square root 2 minus x squared. Top is 2x. Because for x to the third power, I can write down x squared times x. So we get the x square root of x. That's the reason I got this. Let's go to this f. 2 times. Drop down this 3. Don't change anything for this polynomial. I just say 3 minus 1 is 2 times. Then do the derivative inside. You need to change everything into power form. Therefore, I got the x squared minus 2 times x negative first power. For 2x, definitely you got the 2x. Minus 2 times negative 1 x to the negative 1 minus 1 is a negative second power. Therefore, you got 6 x squared minus 2 over x squared times. Simplify 2x plus 2 over x squared. We just leave as it is for this derivative. Guided practice 2, find the gradient of the tangent 2. Gradient of tangent, that means derivative. Gradient means slope. Therefore, for A, I will write down y equals 4 times x plus 2x 1/2 power, then to the negative first power. Derivative for y equals 4 times negative 1 drop down. Then this is minus 1. So you get the x plus 2 x to the 1/2 power. We do the negative second power times. We got to do derivative inside. X, that means 1 plus 2 times 1/2. X 1/2 minus 1, that's negative 1/2. Then we simplify. You will get the negative 4. Here's x plus 2 square root of x is negative second power times 1 plus 1 over square root of x. Negative 4. Negative means reciprocal, so x plus 2 square root of x squared times this. So I put this to the top, 1 plus 1 over square root of x. Therefore, you will get derivative of f of 4 equals negative 4, 1 plus 1 over square root of 4. Denominator 4 plus 2 square root of 4 square. We work this out. This will be 2 times 2. So denominator is 8 squared is 64. Here is 1/2. 1 plus 1/2 is 3 over 2. You will get negative 6. Then simplify negative 3 over 32. Now let's go to B. First of all, we will change everything into the power form. So it's easy for us to do the chain rule. Derivative for this y, you will get, this is dropped down. So I have 3 times x plus x to the negative first power minus 1, that's 2 times. We got to do derivative inside. Derivative for x is 1 plus negative 1, then x. Negative 1 minus 1, that's negative 2. So we get 3x plus 1 over x squared times 1 minus 1 over x squared. Now we need to plug 1 into this derivative function. 1 plus 1 over 1 squared times 1 minus 1 over 1 squared. You will get 0. Now let's go to guided practice 3. Suppose y equals this, where a, b are constant. Find the a, b given when x equals 3, y equals 1. And when x equals 3, the slope of tangent line, that's derivative equals negative 1 over 8. According to this information, we can get the f of 3. Plug in, we get the a square root 1 plus 3b equals, here's 1. So we get 1 equation according to this given information. Now we try to get another equation according to dy by dx equals negative 1 over 8 at x equals to 3. So we need to figure out the derivative of this fx equals. First of all, we need to change the function into a power pattern. A times 1 over bx to the negative 1/2 power. Then we do derivative. How to figure out the derivative of this function? We need to do 2 steps. First step is power rule. We drop down negative 1/2. So a times negative 1/2. 1 plus bx, we get minus 1. That means negative 3 over 2. Then times, use chain rule to figure this out. Derivative for 1 is 0. Bx will be b. We organize. For this one, we know that x to the negative 3 over second power means 1 over square root x third power. Simplify, you will get the x square root of x as a denominator. Therefore, a times negative 1/2 times b times 1 over 1 plus bx, then square root 1 plus bx. Denominator, you have 2, 1 plus bx, square root 1 plus bx. Top, negative ab. So we get derivative of fx equals this. When we plug in x equals to 3 to this derivative function, you will get negative 1 over 8. So we plug 3 to the x, negative ab, 2 times 1 plus 3b, square root 1 plus 3b equals negative 1 over 8. Since a over square root 1 plus 3b equals 1, so a over square root 1 plus 3 equals 1, you will get negative b over 2 times 1 plus 3b equals negative 1 over 8. So we do cross multiply. Negative negative will be positive. We have 8b equals distributive property 2 plus 6b. Minus 6b both sides, you will get that 2b equals 2, b equals 1. Now we plug b equals 1 to this equation. You will get the a square root 1 plus 3 times 1 equals 1. A over 2 equals 1. So a equals 2. That's it.